Hey, what's up, everybody? We are back, Sisters on the Sideline, season 1, episode 4, and we are here to discuss sports mom guilt. This is an area that we've all traveled down before. We place the blame on ourselves, even when things are out of our control. So, today we're going to share how each of us has experienced that sports mom guilt. Who would like to go first?
the awkward silence.
I know. We can cut that out though. Okay, so
Celeste.
she ain't got no sports mom guilt.
I mean, I don't, but I guess my sports mom. I just feel bad. I don't feel guilty because it's not my fault. But you know how when we go to the varsity games, and since Alonso's just now starting, what just popped up on my screen? It's black. Okay, anyway, you know the varsity games be hype, and the right JV game can be hype too. But sometimes I feel guilty because Alonso just be standing on the sidelines chilling. But that's not really. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I have any mom guilt, parent guilt. Is that wrong?
Okay. I don't know. No.
I'm really trying to think.
I'm from an observer. I would say, if anything, it is the conflicting if the sports overlap. Like you can't go to one because the
Oh,
other and one has higher priority because Dylan's a senior. So there's more, I don't say energy, but this is an observer. I don't know. I don't know.
and I agree because maybe even last year I'll say I think I don't think you openly expressed it, but it was like when Alonso had practice and Dalen had a game, and I would go or one of us would go to the games just in your place so they would know that they still had that support. Because like I said, you didn't openly express it, but I feel like sometimes I could hear it in your tone, like, well, Lonzo's got practice, but Dalen's got the game at this time, and I'm trying to do this, and da 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 da, and then we'd be like, we'll just go and sit in for you. She still didn't have no guilt.
I didn't. I'm trying to even think of when that happened. Like, see, I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm thinking, like, nope, that wouldn't have been baseball season. I don't know. It could have been there was a conflict somewhere.
Mm.
But yeah, I just don't know if,
Well, that's honest. Maybe you don't deal with mom guilt. That's fine. That's fine.
yeah, I can't be everywhere all the time.
Right.
But when I can, I do. That's why I ain't been to no booster club meetings because Alonzo's practice, but I don't feel guilty for that.
Hmm.
Should I?
No, we're not forcing mom guilt on you. It was just a question if you've experienced it.
I think
Tanisha?
I feel more guilty if I can't make it to y'all's kids' events because I feel like everybody's always at my kids' event. Is that weird?
So that's your mom guilt that you can't make your nephew's stuff.
Yeah. It's not for my
My
kids
guilt.
because I feel like I'm always there for every practice, every football game,
Mm.
whether you play or not. I'm there. But I feel like, y'all come to Darian's games, Lee, by default, you at Alonzo's games. You came to the Lobos games. Like, I think that's where it is. Like today, I was
Mm.
like, we have to get a Tradings game because we ain't been to that.
Mm.
And we'll stand over and watch Kesslin do her little 1-2, and then we'll all be at the game.
Yeah. So it's auntie guilt. It's not mom guilt.
Yeah. My
That's fair.
kids, I feel like my kids run me to death. Eat no more to give.
It's true. Tanisha, what about you?
I'll say one incident that happened where I had guilt is we come home after school, get ready for football practice. We get all the way out there. And I'm cool, just chilling, ready to pop on my lawn chair, watch the practice. Train runs over, and he's like, "Mom, where's my leg pads?" And I look down, and he's got on basketball shorts. And I'm thinking, of course, I said, "I don't know. I can't do nothing about it." And I was legit like, I can't believe this boy got all the way out the house and didn't put on leg pads. And I can't believe that I didn't notice. So then there was that fault of me, like, should I have stopped him at the door? Let's do a quick run through. You got X, Y, and Z, just to make sure he had everything. So the guilt kicked in even more. And I was going to see if he could just borrow a pair of leg pads for the practice. But that seemed like it was just a whole nother thing. So I literally drove to a sports academy on the side of town that we were on and purchased him a pair of leg pads that he did not wear that practice. So now since he has two, I keep a pair in the trunk. So that way, if it ever happens again, voila.
You ready?
Here you go.
That's fair. For me, probably yes. A few situations. One was when Darian got COVID, and he was the strongest player on his team, and that was the game he could come back. So I conditioned him to be ready. So I'm like, let's go outside and run. You haven't practiced in a week or two. And I was like, oh my God, am I that parent who's pushing their child too far? You literally just got off of COVID, but I need you to run this block because I can't have you outside passing out on the field.
It's like MJ with the flu, baby.
But if he hadn't done that, I don't think he would have made it through the game. So that's my mom guilt, that episode. And then the one time I chose to miss a game. It was when my lovely niece was being born and I was coordinating the baby shower. And the game overlapped. And he ended up being like the quarterback and ran a whole bunch of yards. But I was also in that space of like, I can't be everywhere at once. So I was excited that he was like excited to tell me about the game. So I felt guilty because I couldn't be there, but I also knew I couldn't be everywhere at once. Looking back, would I change anything? No, I wouldn't. With either situation, I wouldn't.
That's why you're the best auntie.
Right. Y'all got me feeling like I don't be feeling guilty enough. I just feel like you can't control everything. It ain't my fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have had another one, cheer mom guilt as well. Just because cheer's like a whole new sport to me. And not to say I didn't know that she would need to come home and practice, but they would learn a new chair and it'd be the next day at practice and everybody else would be, because I'm just standing there like looking. Which even if she knows the chair, she stands there and looks. But this one was really like I didn't know it. And I was like, oh my God. I need to practice with this girl.
Eslin will create the chair and she's still not gonna do it.
We're not gonna talk about my niece, okay?
She just be out there. She out there for what does Dalen say? The drip. Cause she be looking cute. She be looking real cute.
So yeah, today was a whole nother level. If it's above 70 degrees, she ain't present.
And I totally understand.
Yeah. I felt all of that today. Felt like I was on a grill. Hamburger patty on a grill.
But yeah, and I will say, since let's started this, Auntie Guilt, how I was childless, as y'all nicknamed me starting out. So I just had time for all my nephews. And I think once my kids started getting involved in sports, I was like, dang, I ain't gonna be able to go because that's like my landmark. That's where I started. Like y'all's
Mhm.
babies was my babies, my firstborns. And I remember Darian would ask, he's like, Aunt Tanisha, you coming to the game? You coming to the game, Aunt Tanisha?
Mhm.
And then I would just feel bad if I couldn't make it.
Mhm. That's what I don't like to tell people when I'm coming to the game. I just like to pop up
Yeah.
because I don't want to set the expectation like I'm gonna be there. I would just rather show up when I can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Celeste is still searching for guilt. So we need to capture this moment and play the Jeopardy
No,
song
she's
behind it.
fine. She has Auntie Gil.
Oh, who's that? Darian.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh.
both. But
Oh, I thought you leaned over and talked to somebody and was like, oh, she's
oh,
fine.
I was closing my curtains.
Oh.
You want to close the episode?
Celeste.
I think that what we've learned and what I've heard from both of y'all in this episode of Parent Guilt is one, you can't be everywhere all the time. But also, you can't always control everything. So if it's out of your control, you need to release that back to the universe and keep it pushing.
Mhm.
I didn't release so much I can't even recall it. Like it's not even on my thought plane anymore. I don't know. Maybe I felt bad in the moment. But yeah, let it go. Mm-hmm.
And my takeaway is us being such busy people that I'm okay with not being everywhere at once, and I'm gonna miss the concert this weekend. And I'm like, Mama got a life too, and I know there were generations before us that poured and poured into their children and didn't have a life for themselves, and I'm breaking that generational curse.
Amen, sister.
Mama got a life too, and I can't be at everything, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Ren,
I think you giving out full government.
oh my bad. Just a habit.
My takeaway, just piggybacking off what you all had said, like you can't control everything. Like busyness, I was in such a hurry after school, hop to practice. It was like it just happened. And even if you do feel guilt in the moment, like you said, also just letting go of that guilt. And me too, just letting the situation be and stop trying to fix things because it was high anxiety and high stress when I was flying to the store. And then, I think Kesslin may have stayed at the park with another player's family because I was like, I can't take her because if she comes with me, I'm gonna be hollering at her and I'm gonna branch out and the stress is gonna be on her. So I think it's just, if it can't be fixed, it can't be fixed. We just gonna roll with it.
But it can be a learning opportunity for everybody involved.
For sure. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining us on episode 4, Sports Mom Guilt. Whether you have mom guilt or auntie guilt or no guilt at all, we still want to thank you for tuning in and sticking with us as we discuss our guilts. We hope that each of you are able to take something away from this session, whether it's letting go of the guilt, whether it's just letting things be, and accepting the fact that you don't have control and that you can't be everywhere at once. So you're still a great sports mom, even with a little guilt, even with some mistakes, but mistakes are a part of life. So keep pushing and go sports moms.